If you are one of the 78 million dog owners in the United States, you know how important your animal is to you. My Springer Spaniel Winston is a big part of my family, as I'm sure your dog is for yours. They live in our houses, they eat our food, and even sleep in our beds, just like any other family member. But have you ever wondered where they came from? Sure, you remember going to the pet store and picking him or her out of the litter, thinking that you were doing it a favor by giving this lonely puppy a new home. Sadly, that's not the case. Although puppy mill is not a legal definition, SPCA.org defines it as a large-scale breeding operation where profit is more important than the dogs themselves. Every year, in the United States, over 3,000 pet stores sell 500,000 defective puppies that have been birthed by sick, unhealthy dogs. The inhumane treatment that these dogs live through is barbaric. Dogs sit in metal cages their entire lives without ever getting to touch the grass. Within these cages, dogs freeze to death in the winter, cook on the metal bars in the summer, and even gnaw off their own limbs if their paw gets stuck through the bottom. That's not even the beginning. As soon as a new dog enters the mill, it is greeted by a metal bar that is shoved down its throat, damaging the vocal cords, a process they like to call debarking. Because of the lack of proper care, it is common to see dogs with rotted off jaws due to poor hygiene and missing ears because of dog fights that haven't been broken up. They can also suffer from deafness, kidney disease, sleep disorders, and a list of other problems. For food, according to prisonersofbreed.org, dogs are fed with scraps swept up from the floor that include hair, dirt, and other unethical ingredients. How are puppy mills legal? This is a question asked by many. There are many loopholes in the Animal Welfare Act passed in 1966 that fights for the humane treatment of animals. This act applies for animal breeding businesses, which are considered wholesale operations. These federally licensed facilities are responsible for minimum standards of care, which are often unfollowed. Those mills aren't even the biggest problems. Puppy mills that sell to the public, to brokers, or even online have no expectations, no standards, and no consequences. We can put an end to the torture of these animals that these animals live through if we refuse to buy from these mills. Ways that we can help is to never buy from a pet store. If you do, ask to see the paperwork to make sure that they're not mill supporters. If you buy from a local breeder, make sure that you get a list of references from previous buyers. Another great way is to adopt from the Humane Society. This is a great way to give a dog a new home. Many of you may think, why would we care about these animals when they're starving children? Although I do agree that there are more important causes, I am not asking you to spend any money or put the well-being of dogs in front of humans. All I'm asking you to do is do your research when getting a new dog, or if you know of someone getting a new dog. Just remember, when you ask how much is that dog in the window, the price tag doesn't include the thousands of dollars in vet bills or the greed of losing your best friend.